Welcome to the Grim Tapes. Tonight, we invite you to embark on a terrifying journey through the darkened corridors of a house infamous across the UK and the world. A place where objects defied gravity, disembodied voices echoed through the walls, and an unseen entity terrorized an entire family. This is the chilling story of the Black Monk of Pontefract, a haunting so aggressive, so relentless, that many believe it to be the most violent ghost case in the history of the United Kingdom. But this isn't just a tale of a ghost. It's a disturbing deep dive into a mystery that has puzzled paranormal investigators for decades. What truly happened at 30 East Drive? Who or what is the Black Monk? And why does the energy there seem to feed on fear, conflict, and chaos? Get comfortable, or as comfortable as you can, as we explore eyewitness accounts, historical evidence, paranormal theories, and terrifying events that make this case one of the darkest ever recorded. The beginning of the nightmare. In August 1966, the Pritchard family moved into what seemed like a normal semi-detached council house in the town of Pontefract, West Yorkshire. The family consisted of Jean and Joe Pritchard and their two children, Philip and Diane. It didn't take long before strange things began to occur. Initially, they were subtle: green foam oozing from taps, sudden drops in temperature, lights turning off and on by themselves. Then came the knocking. Loud, rhythmic, and always seeming to come from inside the walls. One of the most terrifying early incidents involved their daughter, Diane. She was reportedly dragged up the stairs by invisible hands, leaving red marks on her throat. That was when the family knew this was no ordinary haunting. Something malevolent had invaded their home. The appearance of the Black Monk. Witnesses soon began to report sightings of a shadowy figure wearing a long black cloak and a hood, hence the name, the Black Monk. Often seen as a dark silhouette, the entity was usually spotted near staircases, as if guarding something. Paranormal experts who visited the house were disturbed by what they found. One investigator claimed the spirit was not just a ghost, but something far more dangerous, a poltergeist with violent intent. Objects were thrown, furniture was overturned, and foul smells filled the air. But perhaps most disturbing was the sheer consistency of the events. The activity didn't stop for days, weeks, or months. It went on for years. Paranormal investigations and witness testimonies. Over time, dozens of people came to see the activity for themselves. Some left in terror, never to return. Others were determined to document the events. One such investigator, Colin Wilson, labeled the entity as one of the most powerful poltergeists ever recorded. Family, friends, neighbors, and even reporters all witnessed unexplainable phenomena. The living room would suddenly fill with ice-cold air. Drawers would fly open, photos were slashed, and crucifixes were found upside down. The energy in the house was oppressive. Interestingly, the entity seemed particularly focused on Diane, the daughter. Many speculate that she was the target due to her age, possibly connected to the theory that poltergeists often focus on adolescent energy. Historical roots and dark theories. Some believe the Black Monk is the spirit of a 16th century monk who was executed near the site for the alleged rape and murder of a young girl. Records from the area do show that monks once lived nearby and that executions were carried out at a gallows close to where 30 East Drive now stands. If this is true, the haunting might be tied to deep historical trauma, a spiritual imprint of the past playing out over and over. Others believe it is a demonic entity masquerading as a monk, using the disguise to appear authoritative or holy while hiding its true, malevolent nature. Alternative theories suggest the land is cursed, or that the house is a thin spot between dimensions, a place where the veil between the living and the dead is dangerously fragile. The family's escape and aftermath. Despite the terror, the Pritchard family remained in the home longer than most would have. Eventually, they were forced to move, but the house never stopped attracting attention. Paranormal researchers continued to visit, and some even stayed overnight to experience the horror firsthand. In recent years, the house has become somewhat of a paranormal hotspot. It is now open for overnight investigations. Visitors often report the same disturbing phenomena: doors slamming, footsteps on empty stairs, and chilling whispers in the dark. Some even claim to have seen the monk himself, standing silently, watching, waiting. Modern encounters and paranormal tours. The house has been featured on numerous TV shows, including Most Haunted and Paranormal Lockdown. During filming, equipment would malfunction, batteries would drain instantly, and crew members would report sudden nausea, headaches, and even being pushed by invisible forces. Interestingly, some who mock the haunting report being followed home by something, an energy that clings. This has led some to warn, mocking the Black Monk could be dangerous. Skepticism and scientific perspectives. Of course, not everyone believes in the paranormal. Skeptics argue that the events could have been caused by natural phenomena, attention-seeking behavior, or even a shared delusion. Some suggest that unstable electrical wiring, psychological suggestion, and confirmation bias can explain much of what was reported. However, the sheer volume of independent witnesses, many of whom had no prior connection to the family or the house, makes it difficult to dismiss the events entirely. The legacy of the Black Monk. Today, the story of the Black Monk of Pontefract continues to inspire fear, fascination, and debate. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, this case stands as one of the most well-documented and chilling hauntings in modern history. What gives this story enduring power is the consistency and intensity of the reports. Unlike other hauntings that fade with time, this one refuses to die. The entity remains. The fear remains. And the questions remain unanswered. Do you believe a violent spirit can linger for centuries, bound to the location of its crimes? If a place can absorb trauma, can that trauma evolve into something sentient? Could the Black Monk be something even darker than a ghost, something demonic, or interdimensional? Would you ever dare to spend a night at 30 East Drive? Let us know in the comments. We want to hear your thoughts, your theories, and your experiences. If you found this journey into the unknown compelling, make sure to like this video to help others discover the terrifying tale of the Black Monk. Subscribe to the Grim Tapes for more deep dives into real-life horror, mystery, and the unexplained. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss another descent into darkness. Your support helps us keep the lights low and the stories coming. Until next time, keep your eyes open.